Hello, guys. This is Sheila, your host. I'm glad that you're here today for intentional conversations. And in this episode, we're going to kind of continue from the previous one. We're going to continue the talk about discernment and people earning access to you. Okay. And what it means for your own spiritual protection. Okay. Why you need to do these things now, especially in 2026. How things been rolling is already showing some signs that you guys need to definitely set your boundaries and be confident in your intuition about your boundaries. Okay. So let's get into it. I will say that this is going to be more of a Christ aligned discussion on how peace should be neutralized, especially when you're dealing with chaos, and then how is your alignment can remove access to these external events where people are maybe trying to put you in fear or confrontation. You don't need neither. You can just hold your peace. Okay? All right, so let's see. What is the message for today? So, some of you are maybe isolating yourselves, or I always tell people it's not about isolation. Are you isolating yourself, or are you maintaining your sovereignty, which is your peace, your authority, and you kind of directing how things go in your life, um, especially when you're dealing with external forces or people. So people need to understand what is the difference between isolation and sovereignty. To me, that's sovereignty is holding your peace, protecting your energy, and isolate to me is not the word isolation, but when there is a lot of outside noise and you're not in alignment with that, then you are holding your sovereignty until things are aligned and you can shine in those peaceful peacemaker environments. Okay. And also, people need to know the difference between not just isolation and sovereignty, but guidance and then interference. When people are interfering, meddling, or trying to intercept you in some sort of way, or are they really genuinely trying to guide you? And if it's warranted, okay? All right. So today's message is about access and who gets it, who don't, and how peace can be quietly protecting you for what really matters most. Okay. To me, that's your personal happiness. Okay, your well-being. And today's connection is going to be definitely about someone's guidance. Someone maybe again looking at your life from the outside. That could be again mother, father, family member, a friend, co-workers who are present, right? But to me, guidance can be given to someone when you ask for it in a, like permission. Can I tell you something? Can I offer you a suggestion? And if they say no, then it's no. But when people start to interfere, you can lose traction, because what it is someone in your collective right now is trying to force guidance on you, intercept you, and interfere, literally, and impose some sort of wisdom on you that you did not ask for. And so people in the collective you don't have to fight for this type of environment where you gotta not just only hold your hand up, but then you gotta hopefully don't cuss nobody out in the process, trying to stand your own boundaries. If you want guidance, you will know who and where to go to ask for it, right? You may not go to the person who's trying to project whatever wisdom they think they see for you. So someone in the collective needs to stay in your alignment because it's handled. You're handled. You got it handled. Okay. So thing is that I do see in regards to someone who wants to impose some sort of wisdom on you that you may not want, you're going to have to redirect your own energy. It's not a setback, it's protection. And you may have to suddenly bring things into clarity about you, your situation at hand. It's not a delay. You may have to put people on pause. Hold up. Let's not do this right now. I never asked you for anything, nor your opinion. But do it in a way where this person is not putting you into a tug of war and they're offended. And before you know it, that you're having more of an escalation. This is something where I feel like if you don't watch yourself carefully, collective, dealing with people who are already on short fuse with you for whatever reason, your boundaries makes them flare up. You saying no really puts their energies in some sort of hostility. And you have to protect yourself for whatever reason why this person or individuals who, for whatever regards, your sensitivity, again, whatever information that is about your sensitivities, is not your obligation for you to take on everybody's wisdom, projection, off-put guidance, uh, you know, um, semi-imposing things where they really don't know you. I mean, I feel like somebody just talking to you, and I see a man and a woman talking, and you're there, and then I see a man just boom, he kind of lays it on you about how you should live. You should live your life like this. You understand what I'm saying? And then he's pouring wisdom, and he won't stop talking. I'm a pour, and he just blah blah, and you're just kind of standing there like, God dang. So someone again needs to figure out calmly, prepare themselves calmly, on how they're going to impose peace while you have to define the edges of people's projections and make sure you stop negotiating. Nobody, literally, I've seen people take over conversations to literally tell you how to live your life, which way and forth and back, without the awareness or the permission. And sometimes they do ask your permission, hoping you say yes right there, because I've seen people do it. He said, can I tell you something? Let me just tell you something. Like it's all wisdom, like it's all butter. Let me just tell you. Let me hand you some truth. And you look at everybody else was like automatic, and I see this happen all the time. They go, yeah, okay. You just fall for it. You fall into that agreement. And it's and it literally, I'm not saying you should be a hard head or hard ass, but it could literally disturb your whole environment. It'll shake you up. And then you walking back away from your own discernment, handing over your authority to people who have no right. No, I'll say you have the audacity to impose. People do it all the time, and it's so quick. You think, yeah, come on, I got some. Let me tell you something. And you go, and he yanked that cord. You go, yeah, go ahead. 45 minutes later, 35 minutes later, whatever it is that he could have told you, you was probably already in discernment, because I feel like the collective is already in their power. They got it figured out. You got it handled, but people are talking to you like they have to step in for you. Let me come in here and show you how it's done. Ain't nobody asked you nothing. I think this person know how to drive and get to where they're going from A to B. Nobody asked you to see into anything for you to input. Somebody is all up in your Kool-Aid and maybe strategically placing you in places or environments where they can have John sitting there at a dinner table, and all the family comes, and they make sure they place you right near John, and the conversation sounds innocent and normal, and before you know it, he's like, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Oh, Lord have mercy. Don't let me be at that dinner table. He all friendly with it. Come talk to me. I got some words for you. I'm like, oh, pray, Lord Jesus, help me. Help me, Lord. I'm not saying that that's what collectors need to understand, but somebody who is really sweet, maybe a little too passive, needs to stop holding their boundaries immediately, whatever environment that you're going into. Because people are going to have you in confusion. I see too many people wanting to have an input for you I said the audacity for you to not own your power. They're stepping in like they have the authority to do so. You cannot give everybody access. Not every voice deserves your access. Projection speaks the loudest when it's ignored. And sometimes people will find good ways, indirectly or directly, you know how people do on social media, to project ideas and thoughts to you. You do not have to come into agreement, consensus, to whatever it is to be aligned. You do not have to. You need your clarity, and you must find your journey to get there. Some of you guys cannot handle too many people imposing wisdom, because I see a lot of you get into this blank dazed stare, and you're overwhelmed. You don't even know how to drive no more. I said, you've been driving for 18 years. Now you don't know how to drive because so many people have told you how to drive. I'm like, maybe you need to step out into your own isolation. This is where sovereignty comes from. Sovereignty sometimes gives you the peace for you to hold your own authority. You can hear your own voice. You can make your decisions without anyone imposing loudly what you need to already understand in your environment. Okay? Some of you are so shaken to make a decision because so many people think they got a better one. It's like I always tell people, sometimes you can be too smart. You can be too wise. You can be afraid of failure, afraid of success by listening to too many people. And sometimes you need to hold what you have valuable without so many people's nerves, anxieties, fear, cursing, word sorcery over your blessings, your steps. You can get some advice from a selected few, but somebody, maybe in your collective currently, somebody is not appropriately coming to you with whatever they want to share with you. They're imposing, they're meddling, and somehow the reason they want to it gives me the aura of wanting to handle you like you're like you Britney Spears. Somebody wants to take over, okay? And you need to get yourself in order to stand boundaries and don't say too much when you're saying no to whoever it is, because I feel like the more somebody wants to negotiate with you to speak on your life or for you to over speak on your life, you're going to open doors to people just, I don't want to say word sorcery, but somebody looks like they're a chaotic, energetic vampire mess. And you need to incubate, you need to separate, you need to document whatever is happening in your environment, maybe journal it and move steadily within your own personal power. Again, it could be childhood patterns, family home patterns where they always treat you like a child. Maybe they treat you like you're never able to own a place of power. I don't know. Somebody wants to take the authority from you, take the keys from you, and you already had the keys. You was capable to make your own decisions. You are definitely capable of making your own decisions. Don't be not just shallow, but some people need to understand that your confidence, some level of confidence is required for you to move forward. And some people cannot handle confidence. They see that as a negative thing. Okay, there's good confidence and then there's bad. Okay, so some of you guys need to still keep moving and growing in your advancement. It could be your career, your car, your maybe in your relationships, maybe in your business, whatever it is. Some of y'all are having some sort of ideas that's going to thrive, but you need to protect it with all urgency. Like you need to really protect your peace, your direction. If it's your business, your job, your happiness, or you're just coming up in the status, whatever it is, you need to protect it at all costs, and do not invite people in, even if they ask, or I call it strategically ask from an outside source. Whatever it is, you need to hold your boundaries and limit what you're saying to people, at this time. Not every voice that comes to you needs to be heard, and you should not be oversharing with anyone at this time, collective. I also see too that truth is always going to come out, but healing is always going to arrive when you stop engaging in certain environments. Some places you're just going to have to, for your own sovereignty, stop participating in. You may have to stop participating on certain social groups. You're going to have to stop participating with maybe even some people that you work with or that you engage with. Maybe even how you gain information. Could be social media, TikToks, tarot readers, whatever it is that you're gaining some sort of wisdom from. You may have to limit it because some of that could be just noise. And you need to get back into your own sovereignty where you're calm, you can be able to make a decision and return to peace. So sometimes people think that the light can be for you can use energetic light, energy for control. I say use it for clarity instead of trying to control every goddamn thing. Start using your light for clarity, and it doesn't take a lot of clarity. Is very quiet, very peaceful stillness. And a lot of you guys need to move into the stillness and understand that your vibration, the way you communicate, can be energetic noise. You're looking at me, and I've seen so many people always come to me looking doe-eyed, and there's pure chaos the entire time. I'm looking at this spirit and going, you got a lot of chaos. You're swearing down that you're a peaceful soul, but your whole aura is loud. Okay? You create a lot of disturbance with the way you communicate. All right? So people need to understand that you're a strategic move right now. Don't think the word isolation, think sovereignty. Pulling back is not punishment. Doing things quieter is positioning. And a lot of you in the collective is going to have to roll back. Roll back from entertaining a lot of people's faces. Roll back from networks and groups. Network from your job, spouse, friends. You're going to have to roll back. It's about your position for your sovereignty, your protection at this time, collective. And y'all think I'm playing. Why she was talking about protection and sovereignty, and you're going to need it. Okay, you ain't gonna be able to entertain a lot of stuff that's a lot of stuff that's gonna be coming down the pipes that you're gonna wish you had maintained your sovereignty and not just follow the crowd and got mixed in. I call it mixed in the herd of heathens, mixing the herd of heathens. You're gonna find yourself in the center of some mess. And you're gonna be looking around going, oh my God, I didn't know it's gonna be this. I'm like, honey, you need to pull back so that you can maintain your sovereignty in your position. Quiet, focus, and build what attention cannot. You need quiet, focus, and building. And a lot of you are going into an environment, if you're in this environment, where there's a lot of chaos, a lot of noise and projection. And honey, very soon you're going to see some flocks of sheep being herded like a bunch of heathens in 2026. Yeah, for sure. I cannot believe you said that, honey. They're already starting to gather the sheep. If you haven't paid attention on the news, they're starting to gather the sheep, and there's some expensive sheep. They follow the crowd. Those sheep follow the crowd, and there's a list out there. And there's it's not just the list, that's the list number one. There's other lists to other things. The sheep is being gathered. Do not become, when I say sheep, I'm not talking about the innocent sheep. I'm talking about the sheep of heathens that are being gathered up. Do not allow yourself to be in access. Do not assume what people is and not doing to the collective. That's why I posted on my Instagram page, bulletproof. This time, baby, I'll be bulletproof. Because there's an outer noise happening in the collective. It is pure anarchy, crazy, heathens. The collective better step out into their clarity, into their peace, into their sovereignty, which some of you guys complain that it's isolation. It is not isolation. It is sovereignty, your protection. Peace is not passive. It is precise. Understand? When alignment is chosen, interference cannot lose. You will not lose your permission. Okay? No, don't give these outside people permission. Do not give people who want to interfere permission. Do not give these external energies permission. Stay in alignment, chosen. Peace is not passive. It is precise. Okay? Let's do a quick prayer. This is prayer for alignment and protection. And if you got holy oil, you can dab your forehead and your wrists. We're going to do a little prayer. In the name of Jesus Christ, I choose peace as my authority and clarity as my shield. I ask for the protection of Michael's shield to surround my mind, body, and home and work. May every form of interference be neutralized by truth. Every false access be removed, and every intention not aligned with love be dissolved. I receive neutralizing, grounding seal, and sovereignty, and angelic gatekeepers, renewal triggers now and continuously. Guide my steps, protect what is growing, and restore peace where clarity is needed. Amen. So, collective, in closing, I hope this helps, but a lot of you will definitely need to understand that your discernment is your spiritual protection, and sometimes isolation, aka sovereignty, is what's needed for you to be protected. Don't see it as a negative, see it as a way, as a spiritual tool that you need coming up into 2026. Okay? Not everybody's guidance is wisdom. Some of these people are projecting, and you need to start protecting yourself, what you allow and give access to. Neutralize chaos. Okay? Peace is yours. Neutralize chaos and stay in alignment and remove any access for those who cannot contain themselves emotionally, spiritually, and physically, maybe even financially. And don't go around trying to confront everybody for their fears or for whatever belief system they may have. Okay? You let them hold whatever peace they got on their side of the fence, and you maintain yours. Do not invite people coming into your space and causing you a disturbance 5-6 months down the road, and you hair all over your head and raggedy because some of these people are not in alignment, and you want to prove a point, or they want to prove a point to you. So keep that in mind, collective. So if anybody is interested, I do have services where I do alignment and protection services. If this episode resonates, I will also offer written alignment readings. It is not AI generated, aka. But I will do email only alignment readings so that I can maintain my own sovereignty. But at the same time, I do have remote energetic resets for your home. Everything's Christian based. And I do have protective clarity sessions that are coming up soon. If you're designed to restore peace and clarity and stabilize, see that as your next steps, give me a shout out on my website at eyleofficial.com to book or just explore the resources I have on that website. So I want you to keep in mind that this is intentional, grounded, and aligned. I hope you all well until the next episode. Peace.